Welcome on this tutorial. Wish all you are well. In this tutorial, I am going to discuss general architecture of PLC. According to the hardware architecture, PLC might be categorized as fixed PLC, modular type PLC, and distributed PLC. I will explain here what are the different features of these three types of PLC architecture. I will discuss a little bit comparison among these three. Please subscribe. It will encourage me to upload more and more important tutorials. Entering into the discussion. Before entering into the different hardware architecture, I am explaining how a PLC works. This is a very good diagram I found. Here, CPU is the main part of PLC, which is normally called heart of the PLC. It is made up of control units and processor. Control unit manages interaction between various PLC hardware components, while CPU processor executes program. Data flow is from the input devices through the CPU processor and then to the output devices. The CPU processor also exchanges data with the program and data memory. Once all the data is gathered, the program is processed in a cyclic fashion. The resulting data flows to the output interface for conditioning and execution at the output devices. The CPU also controls and exchanges data with communication interface and different other devices. According to different hardware configuration, PLC might be categorized in fixed PLC, modular PLC, and distributed PLC. Fixed PLCs are used for smaller sized, less complex application. For the case of fixed PLC, normally it is having a single unit, means all the functions are inbuilt into a single unit. For modular PLC, different hardware modules are there. Modular PLC are used for medium-sized, more complex applications. For the case of distributed PLC, the input-output modules and other modules might be distributed in different areas. This distributed type architecture is normally used for larger sized extensive application spread across multiple locations. Now I am trying to explain different PLC's architecture. First on fixed PLC. Fixed PLC employs single unit architecture where all the hardware components are embedded into a single unit. Hardware components such as power supply, CPU, memory, input, output, and communication interfaces all are mounted on a single board. The most common names given to fixed PLCs by different manufacturers are fixed, integrated, nano, micro, compact, small, mini, basic, unitary, standard, bricks, etc. The fixed PLC has a fixed number of input and output modules. We can never be extend the number of input-output modules. As the inputs and output modules are fixed, so I/O capacity here is less than I/O capacity of modular PLC. Because in the case of modular PLC, we can extend the number of modules there. As for the case of fixed PLC, has a fixed number of I/O modules and external I/O cards, so it does not have the capability to expand the modules. Here in this figure, there is a fixed PLC manufactured by Siemens and the model is Logo. Here I have shown few examples of fixed PLC. Say Siemens Logo Basic PLC, Allen Bradley Micro 820 PLC, Select DGX 1112130 Mini PLC, Omron CP1E Compact PLC, Delta ES2 Standard PLC, Koyo Direct Logic 05 Micro PLC. Few points about fixed PLC. Different companies have given different names of their fixed type of PLC, like fixed, integrated, nano, micro, compact, small, mini, basic, unitary, standard, breaks, etc. and etc. This fixed PLC is having very low powered CPU, power supply, input interface, output interface, communication interface, all are embedded into a single unit. The mounting system is having a single package. The size of fixed PLC is small. As input, output and communication interfaces are fixed, so not flexible, it is not expandable and not customizable. These PLCs are used for basic applications with small number of inputs and outputs. The cost low with respect to others. Very quickly I am telling about advantages and disadvantages of fixed PLC. Regarding advantages, it is very small size and required very less space and very quick and easy to mount. Regarding disadvantages, CPU processing power is low and memory is small, so complex tasks can be difficult to realize. Number of input, output and communication interfaces are fixed, so it is not flexible. These PLCs are only suitable for basic applications with smaller number of inputs and outputs. It is to be noted that few manufacturers like Koyo, Omron, Delta, Allen Bradley and others added high processors and expansion facility in their fixed PLC. Next, coming to modular PLC. Modular PLC consists of different modules. See in this figure, this power supply module, CPU module, communication interface, input-output interface. These are different modules are there. This modular PLC permits multiple expansion through modules, hence referred to as modular PLC. This has separate modules of specific function for each of its hardware components. Each PLC module is interconnected using a common mounting system. The mounting system has a certain amount of modules that it can accommodate. The mounting system is normally named as rack. Modular PLC configuration may be application specific. Modular PLCs are used for automating industrial applications where a higher powered processor and large numbers of inputs and output devices are required. Input-output components can be increased here. It is easier to use because each component is independent of each other. Here are different examples of modular PLC. In every figure we can see each PLC consists of different modules. Say first one, Siemens Simatic S7 1500 PLC. Next, Allen Bradley 1769 Compact Logix 5370 PLC. Omron Sysmac CS1 PLC. Mitsubishi Melsec L Marcon PLC. Regarding modular PLC, the naming convention is modular. It has higher or medium powered CPU, having medium or large size program and data memory, power supply module, input interface module, output interface module, communication module, all are separated module. Mounting system consists of rack, backplane, rail or chassis. The physical size of this type of PLC are medium to large. In this case, modular PLCs are having different modules, so we can just increase or decrease the number of modules. So here it is highly flexible and highly expandable and no doubt also customizable. This type of PLC has a use in medium to high applications with large number of inputs and outputs, and cost is no doubt higher than the fixed PLC. Normally we can say within medium to high range. Very quickly I am telling few points regarding advantage and disadvantage of modular PLC. Regarding advantage, this is suitable for medium to high end automation project, larger memory, high performance processors, large number of inputs and outputs, increased communication options, and fully customizable and expandable. ability to have remote mounted input and output modules may be defined as distributed I/O that are interconnected using a communication link. This allows to increase number of inputs and outputs, reduce cable requirement and installation flexibility. And maintenance in this case is very easy. Just we need to replace or change the hardware modules and a little bit programming modification. Regarding disadvantages, large in size so that takes a little more space. The mounting system is a little bit more complex than the fixed PLC. Cost is no doubt higher than the fixed PLC, so may not be cost effective for a smaller application. Next, distributed type of architecture. In this architecture, the different hardwares of PLCs are distributed in different areas of the plant. See in the figure, this is one part of the hardware, this is another part, this is another part, this is another part. All are distributed in different areas of the plant and used for the automation of those parts of the plant. The distributed PLC is a high-end PLC system with modular architecture and capable to interconnect different hardware components across different locations via high-speed communication links. Each location in the distributed PLC system contains multiple hardware modules that are housed in a mounting system and are usually called a node, rack or drop. Each drop, node or rack in a distributed PLC system must have a communication module and can either contain a PLC processor module with input and output or just input-output module. Means say this is a particular rack or drop or node. No doubt this must have a communication module to communicate with other modules. This node, drop or rack might have the processor with the input-output modules, or this will have just input-output modules. Means in the drop, node or rack the processor might be there or might not be there. When there is a communication module with no PLC processor module and just I/O modules, then the node is called distributed I/O or remote I/O. The distributed PLC type is considered to be a site-wide process control solution because each distributed part normally responsible to control a particular full site of the process. They contain high performance processor, large memories and are able to handle large volumes of IOs using higher level programming languages and can handle large amount of complex process control tasks. Here are a few examples of PLCs having distributed type architecture. Say Siemens Simatic ET200 Pro, Allen Bradley 1756 PLC, Siemens Simatic ET200 SPHA, Mitsubishi Melsec IQR. Few points about distributed PLC. The naming convention is distributed or modular with remote I/O. Here high-powered CPU processors are there. The program and data memory size is very large. For the case of power supply, input interface, output interface, communication interface, all are having separated modules. Mounting systems are normally having rack, backplane, rail or chassis. The physical size is medium or large. It is highly flexible and expandable and also customizable. Applications are in high-end applications with large number of inputs and outputs, and cost is no doubt higher than others. Now a few moments about advantages and disadvantages of distributed PLC. Regarding advantages, it is plant-wide control network with multiple processors and remote I/O drops. High performance processor can handle large amount of complex process control tasks. It is having large program and data memory and able to handle large volume of IOs. Maintenance in this case is very easy. Regarding disadvantages, having larger in size, The mounting systems are a little bit complex. Cost is no doubt higher, so may not be cost effective for smaller applications. Higher level of programming skills might be required. Now here I have tried to show comparison among fixed PLC, modular PLC and distributed PLC with respect to CPU performance, program and data memory size, power supply, input, output, communication interface, mounting system, physical size, flexibility, customizable and applications, cost also, which already I have discussed. Please pause the video and see the comparison here. So up to this, I have tried to share few information regarding fixed, modular and distributed type of PLC architecture, different features of these three types of PLCs with examples also. I will prepare more and more tutorials on PLC. Please be with me. Subscribe and put queries and comments in comment section.